Shalom. My name is Greenberger. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my family's aliyah to Israel. Um, my wife and I grew up in a small town in New Jersey, in Paterson, New Jersey. It was a small, tight-knit community, primarily of Holocaust survivors. And my wife was actually born in a DP camp, in a displaced persons camp in Germany, in 1948, where her parents were interned, where they met, where they got married, and they moved to Paterson when my wife was 3 years old. I was born in Paterson, and we've known each other since we were kids. We went to the same day school, Yavne Academy, which was born in Paterson. Now I understand it's in Paramus, New Jersey. And when we were teenagers, we were involved in the local religious youth movement, which was called Mizrahi Sahir, which was the only youth movement available to frum people at that time. My wife went to Central, and after that to Stern College. I went to Lubavitch in high school. The Rav of Paterson was a Chabad Chassid, and he convinced my father to send me to Chabad, which was an interesting experience for me. And I've been connected to Chabad ever since. I tefillin at Chabad, I daven in a Chabad siddur, I give a shir in Tanya. After high school, I went to a Litvish yeshiva in Manhattan, which is called RJJ, and I got my smicha there. At the same time, I pursued a college degree at Brooklyn College at night, and I got my degree in political science. And thereafter, I went to Columbia, where I got my law degree. We knew from when we were teenagers that we were ultimately going to make aliyah, and life sort of held it back for a while. But in 1983, when I was 34 years old, we made aliyah in America. I had practiced law for a number of years at a major Manhattan law firm, Proskauer Rose, but didn't particularly enjoy private practice. So I went into academia. I was associate professor of law at Touro College in Huntington. And as I said, we made aliyah in 1983. Economically, our beginnings were difficult. I was accepted as an intern in the Ministry of Justice. And my wife was immediately hired to teach nursing, which was her field. She was a nurse practitioner already from the States. She got her master's degree at the Pace. So she was immediately hired to teach nursing in Sharon Tzedek, in the nursing school there. After that, she was hired to be in charge of the licensure procedures of all nurses in the country in the Ministry of Health. And after that, she was drafted to establish a new nursing school in Machon Lev in Jerusalem College of Technology. And she was the dean of the nursing school there for many years, as well as the Faculty of Life Sciences. She retired in October of last year. As far as my career, I was in private practice the first few years. Didn't enjoy it any more in Israel than I did in the United States. So I sought employment in the public sector. I worked for a while at Keren Kayemet, the Jewish National Fund. I was a coordinator for bequests, wills and bequests from overseas. That was my field in law and estates and trusts. After that, I was involved in local politics for a while in Ma'ale Adumim, where we live. In 1992, I was appointed the registrar of all nonprofit societies for the state of Israel, after having served 2 years as deputy mayor here in Ma'ale Adumim. In 1997, after 5 years as registrar, I was appointed as a judge, and I served as a judge for 20 years, first in municipal court, then in family court, and finally in the district court in Jerusalem. District court is the court immediately below the Supreme Court. And I retired in January of 2018. We have 5 children, 4 of which were born in the States, whom we brought with us. One was born in Israel. They all got excellent Torani education. My sons went to Yeshivot Hesder and served in the army. In that context, afterwards also in the reserves. My daughters all did the national service, Sherut Leumi. My 2 sons are doctors. One daughter is an optometrist. One daughter is a educator, high school educator in Aliyah, which is a major dati kibbutz in the north. And my youngest daughter, the Tzabret, was born in Israel, has a degree in musicology, teaches music to children, and also has developed a very, very interesting and successful practice as an interior decorator. All have kids of their own. We're blessed with grandchildren and even a few great-grandchildren already. We just celebrated our 50th anniversary, which was a very moving experience for us and for our kids. Bottom line, I have to say that our Aliyah was challenging, but as time went by, we had to be much more proficient in Hebrew in order to move up the ranks. Obviously, as a lawyer and then clearly as a judge, I could not have functioned if I didn't have a perfect command of the language. I'm also a Rav of one of the Ashkenazi shuls here in Ma'ale Adumim. I've been in that position for the last 30 years. We're happy. We really are happy with our decision. Our kids are well adjusted, don't see themselves as anything but Israelis. It's doable. It's doable. I'm not going to say that it's easy. But it is a challenge, but the fruits of our labors are really, really worth it. Living in Israel for us has always been an exciting experience. Couldn't possibly imagine staying in the United States. But leaving the United States is a challenge. I agree. Leaving the United States means leaving a lot of things behind. But for anybody who really appreciates what it means to live in Israel, to contribute to the building of the society, I think it's a great thing to do. It's a great thing to do for yourselves as well as for your children. I will be very, very happy to greet every one of you, each and every one of you, when you get off the plane and become an Oleh Hadash. I really, really hope that you consider it seriously. But in any event, whether you do or you don't ultimately come, I'm happy that I was able to present our story to you.